So here are 7 things I've learned from Iman Gadzhi this year. Number 1, being rich is a state of mind. He literally read one book every single week in order to gain knowledge. Although he dropped out of high school, we see that he had a burning desire, he put in energy, and he had a passion. He woke up one day and he said to himself, I am rich, and he actually worked to become it. His life summarizes so many different financial books I've read. Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert C. Kiyosaki. Lesson number 1, the rich don't work for money. Ellipsis, they make money work for them. He dropped out of high school. He had no other choice but to make money work for him. And he did that relatively quite well. Not even relatively. He did that extremely well. Number 2, second book. No. The 4-Hour Work Week. I will look up who it's by. Being rich entails self-discipline and controlling your environment. He moved to another country. Does this not scream self-discipline to you? In order for him to be at his best state. Third book, 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene. I know he's also read this one. And it is quite evident, if you've read this book, how he implements the skills and lessons he learned in this book in his real life. He's extremely private, so there are a lot of different misconceptions about his personal life. Who he's with, what he's doing, who he talks to, who he parties with, how he managed to get someone back onto Twitter. Literally unbanned from Twitter within a couple of hours. Also, how does he know about all of these hoaxes the average person is being fed by BBC and CNN? Number 2, second lesson. God doesn't need you to be perfect. So I was going through a phase in my life where I was like, oh no, I'm imperfect, I'm this and this and this, flawed, so God's not really going to accept me, and that's not true. Iman Gadzhi accepts that, yeah, he smokes, yeah, he drinks, yeah, he parties and all of that stuff, but he still follows his religion. He feels unfulfilled when he's far away from God, and that made me pursue my journey with God, and obviously he's really helped a lot. So God doesn't need you to be perfect. Third lesson, consistency and creativity are needed in order to achieve your goals. He set a goal to hit 100K, and he worked to become it. He was flipping Instagram accounts, he was a photographer, a personal trainer, so many different jobs. He started his own SMMA agency. Law. He set a goal and worked around obstacles in order to become it. So, obstacles. Okay, when the market for flipping Instagram accounts went down, he became a photographer. When stuff happened in that area, he went on to another area, and another, and so on. He now has 4 successful businesses he's running. So we see that he set an ultimate goal. He kept his destination the same, even though he had to make his journey different. So creativity and consistency are needed in order to achieve your goals. Number 4, respect access, both that which you give and that which is given to you. He sacrificed in order to achieve in order to be where he is now. So he said he was a lonely kid. He didn't have friends. He spent his time reading books, which is actually really good. But anyway, he sacrificed. He had no friends, but yet we see him now with actual friends who are of value to him, with people the average person does not have in their life. So sacrifice what you need for what you want. No, sacrifice what you want now for what you need in the future. There we go. He sacrificed. He understands that when a loser and a loser come together to network, you get bullshit. But when a winner and a winner come together to network, when Elon Musk and Gwen Shotwell come together to network, you get SpaceX. You get something of value, something incredible, and something that we actually need. So work to network. Lol. But obviously, work to upgrade yourself, and you will get better opportunities. More doors will open up, and it will be so much more beneficial to you. Number 5, don't be spoon-fed knowledge. Validate and stand up for what you believe in. So if you see the flock of sheep following and believing in one thing that they're told by CNN, whatever news source, question it, because if it affects your life, you can't just be following blindly. Climate change will affect what you do. Oh, I use this product, I use that product, I do this, I do this, I do this. Question it, research it. Obviously, if you know your goals and it's going to have an impact on your actions, then you need to question it. And majority of people don't do that. You don't want to be like the average person, because the average person is broke and stuck working a 9 to 5 because they're greedy and they're led by fear. Okay? Stand up for what you believe in. Spread the truth. Spread wisdom to others. If you know something, spread it to others. Make sure you've researched. You know your points are valid, and you're not just saying something because, oh, CNN said it, Al Jazeera, BBC, this news company, they're making money off of you. So, please, do your research. Spread the truth, but obviously with wisdom. I have my controversial sayings, which I've researched and I've backed up. I can go on and on and on about it. If I talk about climate change, if I talk about Black Lives Matter, if I talk about modern day feminism and all of that stuff, if I talk about something controversial, if I talk about Trump, maybe, whatever it is, if I say something and it's controversial, I need to know that I'm able to support myself and I'm able to actually validate what I believe, stand up for what I believe in, and I've done research. Also, be wise enough, because if you're a great YouTuber, please don't actually be like, oh, cancel modern day feminism, do this, down with modern day feminism, because you're aiming to grow. That's not going to help you grow. Number 6, self-discipline means knowing that you and you alone are responsible for your state of life. You need to take risks and do what you need to do, even if you don't want to do it, in order to better that state of life. Whether you're fat, underweight, rich, poor, shy, confident, you're responsible for it. You're responsible for the good, you're responsible for the bad. Don't blame others for your state of life, because once you start doing that, you lose your power, you become weak, and you become a loser. That is detrimental to your success, to your value, to how people see you, and you need networking in order to succeed. Number 7, give back what you get. Educate and help others. Literally, if you went through something and you overcame, educate others, help others to get out of that same situation that you were once in. Just because you got out of it doesn't mean that it's all because you did this. Just as quickly as you receive something, you can have it taken away. But don't let that be your motive. Work hard in order to actually help other people. Give back in some way. If it's not money, give back in time. Give back in love and attention. I didn't say outsource. I said give back. Do not outsource your attention, your time, please. These are the main forms of currency right now. Attention and time. You actually need to understand how important they are. So that is my conclusion on the 7 things I've learned from Iman Gadzhi this year. I could go on and on and on, because he's taught me so many different things. I'm literally a teen, and I know more financial literacy than the average adult. Although that's a problem, I'm pretty proud of myself. So yeah, that's not all I've learned. That's a wrap from here. Thank you.